So you live in Canton Township and you're on the hunt for a dog trainer. You want to make sure you're making the right choice, right? Well, this is your practical guide to finding that perfect professional who can help your dog become a confident, happy companion, totally ready for life, right here in our community.
You know, living in Canton means your dog's world is full of all sorts of things. One minute you could be near the busy shops on Ford Road. The next you're navigating the parking lot at the Summit on the Park, or just trying to have a peaceful stroll along the I-275 Metro Trail. A really good trainer gets this. They understand our local spots, and they'll get your dog ready to handle them with confidence.
Okay, here's our game plan. We'll start with why that local knowledge is so important. Then we'll get into how to look at a trainer's philosophy and their credentials. We'll cover the different kinds of programs and what they usually cost, give you a checklist of questions to ask, and then wrap up with some local rules and resources you'll want to know about.
All right, let's start with the importance of local know-how. You see, great training is about so much more than just sit and stay. It's about getting your dog ready for the real-world situations you face every single day here in Canton.
I mean, think about it. What does success really look like? It's your dog walking calmly past other families at Heritage Park, or staying relaxed when the farmer's market is buzzing on a Saturday. It's about being able to pop into a pet-friendly store without any drama and just having a polite walk on your own street. A trainer who knows these scenarios can build a plan that actually works for your life.
So, how do you find one of these great trainers? It really boils down to two big things. Their training philosophy, that's the how they do it, and their professional credentials, which kind of prove they know their stuff.
Today, the gold standard in dog training is what's called positive reinforcement. All it means is that we're rewarding our dogs for making good choices. This builds a really strong, trusting bond, and it avoids using fear or punishment, which honestly can just create a whole new set of problems.
Now here's a key thing to know. Michigan doesn't actually require trainers to be licensed. That's why professional certifications are such a good sign. When you see these acronyms, it means a trainer has passed some tough exams on things like animal behavior and learning theory, and they're serious about keeping their education up to date. Some of these show a great general knowledge, while others point to a specialty in tougher issues like fear or reactivity.
Okay, let's get into the practical side of things, like the different types of programs you'll find and what you should probably expect to budget for training right here in the Canton area.
So, which format is best for you? It really just depends on your goals. Private, in-home lessons are amazing for tackling things that happen at home, like jumping on guests or going nuts at the window. Group classes are fantastic for puppies or for grown-up dogs who already have some focus and just need to practice their skills with the distraction of other dogs and people around.
Let's talk money. Here's a general idea of the costs you'll see locally. For a 6-week group class, you might be looking at around $200. A single private lesson could be about $150. And then you have board and train programs where your dog actually lives with the trainer. Those are the most intensive and, yeah, they have the highest price tag. Hopefully this helps you set a realistic budget.
All right, so you've found a few trainers that look promising. Now what do? It's time to interview them. This little checklist is going to give you the confidence you need to have a really good conversation and find that perfect match for you and your dog.
Okay, here are the questions you absolutely want to ask. First, ask about their methods to make sure it's a positive approach. Check on their credentials to be sure they have the expertise. A good trainer should also offer a customized plan, not just a cookie-cutter solution. And this is a big one. If you're dealing with serious behavior stuff, you need to know they're willing to work with your vet.
Part of being a great dog owner is also being a great neighbor, right? So let's quickly cover some of Canton's local rules and highlight the awesome resources our community has to help you and your well-trained dog really enjoy life here.
These are the fundamentals every dog owner in Canton should know. Your dog needs to be on a leash everywhere in public, unless you're in a designated dog park. All dogs have to be licensed with the township, and for that, you'll need proof of a rabies vaccine. Oh, and remember, training can really help with things like excessive barking, which helps keep the peace in the neighborhood.
So once you start learning these new skills, where do you go to practice? The fenced-in dog parks at Heritage and Preservation Park are perfect for safely working on things like recall. And for practicing on-leash, the open fields at Independence Park or the beautiful Lower Rouge River Trail give you those real-world distractions like joggers and bikes to really strengthen your dog's training.
In the end, this whole training thing is about more than just obedience commands. It's really about freedom and building a better connection with your dog. A well-trained dog makes every single walk along the Lower Rouge River Trail, every trip to the park, and every visit with your friends a true joy instead of something stressful. Happy training!